Hey guys, so welcome back to another portfolio update. It's been a couple months actually. So I was meant to do this. I think I said I'll do this every 3 months. So yeah, let's see how the last couple months have been. In fairness, I don't think that much has changed. I added some stuff. We'll get into that in a second. I did not actually particularly sell anything, which I think is good because the whole aim of this particular portfolio is dividends. So my aim is, to get the passive income, essentially the dividends from this, to be decent enough, in quote, decent enough for me to relax a little with it. But that's like a long term goal. So if you've not seen the previous one, you can check that out. It's like a 200k portfolio, really. Now I think it's up a bit, 264. So yeah, let's get into it. So first of all, my latest additions, let's start with those. I've already highlighted them. So first of all, I got a bit more Nestle, which I think is good. I hmm, my plan was actually to dollar cost average, basically, like buy more and sort of as it's going down because it's a long term thing, buy more with the hopes that, when it gets cheaper, you buy more and you end up averaging your cost and all that. The problem I've been having is that with Nestle, the more I buy, the more it goes down. So I know it's a long term thing, but the more I buy, the more it goes down. I don't know. Anyway, I bought 11 units. So now my cost per unit is 1,155. Total purchase, 165K. So total portfolio exposure here is 23% loss. Huh. In Nestle. So I'm losing 38K because it's currently 890. Oh yeah, by the way, this is at the end of September. So that's when I'm using prices as at the last working day of September. So yeah, this is where we are. I think it's 890. Oof, it closed at 890 today. So I'm losing 38,000. I mean, that's like half tank. That's like half tank or four, which is not bad. My NGX group, nothing has changed, still holding 30. Okomo similar, Boa Food similar. But I did add, these are highlighted. I'll get back to that, to why in a sec. But I added Cornerstone. So for Cornerstone, I added 10,000 units of Cornerstone, which I think is good. Let me see. I had 4,000 as at the time they announced their dividends, which I felt was quite fair. I think it was 16 kobo. Let me check. Yeah, so they gave us 16 kobo for the 4,000. So I'll get to dividends in a second. But the cornerstone, I added an extra 10,000 units. So cost per unit, we're looking at 2.03, which I think it's okay. I'm currently up 6,722 because it closed at 2 naira 51 today, which is not bad. So there's a 23, well, let's just call it 24% gain in Cornerstone, which is not bad. The other addition here is Jai's Bank. So I bought these guys because I'm trying to diversify, right? And it's a Muslim bank, it's different. So yeah. Um I bought 9,350 units. Hmm. But I mean, it's not been a particularly bad purchase. So, cost per unit 224, which I think is fair. And it's close today at 2 naira 54. So I currently have gained 2,800 naira roughly on that. So it's 13% up, which is not bad. No particular change on my access. Actually, no, there is a change. So I bought some of the rights issues that these banks are doing. So I bought Access, I bought Fidelity, and I think I bought FCMB. Those three. So I'm still waiting for it to be, allocated and all that blue brouhaha. So hopefully by the time I do, I'll see if I can do another portfolio video by the end of November. So let's see. No, sorry, by the end of October. So if they've allocated all that stuff, then it should reflect here, hopefully. So yeah, I added a bit more of that. I also added, like I said, Fidelity and some other ones. But this particular portfolio, the access units here haven't changed, still 1,320, which I think is kind of fair. What else is here? Let's see. And the final one that I added was May and Baker. So now there was a reason why I bought May Baker actually. So when I was looking to I think I mentioned previously that I was going to diversify a bit into healthcare stocks, right? Because I just thought it was a good opportunity. I bought it mainly because I saw articles where Tinubu was like signing executive orders to boost local production of healthcare. So I figured, okay, who were the big players in the healthcare space? Then I saw May Baker, Fitson, and some other guys. Backstory: during COVID, I bought Fitson and it rose, I think, about 100 and something percent over that period. So it was a good stock. But at that time, I just sold it because the money was more important than the dividends. I don't think they were paying dividends at that time. I'll check. But I saw, with this Tinubu signing an executive order, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, who are the current players? And I saw May and Baker was good. Fitson announced an expansion project, but May and Baker was like, for 7 naira at the time, it seemed like a fairly decent acquisition. And they also pay dividends, but I'm not sure they've announced for this year. I'll have to check up on that. But I bought May and Baker because, why not long term? Let's see what they do. They also said I think at the time I bought it, hold on, let me see if I can find that particular article so I can put it in the video. Yes. So they said they were, let me see. They had unveiled a new product, right? And I think they were going into like the cough syrup market or something like that. And they planned to add like 7 new brands. So I felt like it was a good sign because right now in that entire manufacturing space and all that kind of stuff, people are like shutting down, reducing quality and all those kind of things. But they were like, we're announcing new lines and like, all that kind of stuff. So I figured, why not? Right. And I think at the time I just liked the way the CEO spoke. So I did a bit of research and it seemed like a good buy. Plus, some of the apps I use had May and Baker on a strong buy. So I use some websites where other analysts like analyze stock and they're like, okay, we believe this is a good buy, strong buy, blah, blah, blah. So at the time, I had May Baker on my watch list. Then I was doing my research so that people felt it was a strong buy. So I bought. So I bought 3,250 units at 7 naira each. My entry price was 7 naira, cost me 22,750. As at today, I think it closed at just 7 naira 25 kobo, which, well, as at the time I made this Excel anyway, which, I mean, a 25 kobo gain is not that fantastic, really. Also, I think I sort of bought it late. So I was looking at Maybaker when it was like, if I remember clearly, I think it was like 5 naira. But between when I was able to decide, it had jumped. So I think I sort of got in a bit late. But it was a strong buy nonetheless. So let's see how that goes. And it closed at 7 naira 25. So I'm up 800 naira today. I mean, it can buy sugar. It can buy I think it's 500 stuff Dangote sugar. So it's something. It's something. It's not particularly great. It's just a 3.6% increase, but I mean, it's not too bad, is it? It's not too bad. So as at the end of today, our 200k portfolio currently has a value of 242,740. So the problem here is I am down 21,000 naira because my losses in Nestle 38,000, 23%. And yeah, it's a big exposure there. If I were to remove Nestle, the entire portfolio is up actually. So I was discussing with one of my friends and he was like, I should probably just sell it and call it a day. But again, like I said, it's not really money I need now. I know there's value of money and all that stuff, but I'm not going to lie. I'll leave it. I think they will recover eventually. And the rest of the portfolio is doing well. So it's not money I plan to spend anytime soon. So it's fine. I'll take the L on that one, sadly. Um my total purchase cost 264,112 naira 58 kobo. To current value 242,740. We're down 8%, 21,000. It's not the worst. I mean, it's not great, but it's not the worst. And it's a dividend portfolio, so it's more about what it brings me than the capital appreciation. So let's see. Let's see how this plays out. I think because I'm actually making these videos now, I'm paying attention to this particular portfolio a bit more. So I might actually see if maybe this month I can buy a bit more. Some of the good performers here, maybe Jais, maybe Cornerstone, they're quite liquid. And like if I was to buy 10,000 units again and I gain 50 kobo on each one, is something. So I will probably do that and see if I can get a bit more quantity, and so that the small gains will make sense. If I can get like maybe 50,000 units of something, then even if I gain only 20 kobo in that place, that's like what 10k. So it's something that I might look into actively this month of October. But the problem is, I don't know about you guys, but living in Nigeria right now, fuel is expensive. Feeling like my tank now is something I cannot even. It's sad. So that spare cash, I'm not particularly sure where it's going to come from. But yeah, sure. This is where I am currently, or this is where the portfolio is currently. It's not too bad, it's not great, but I focus more on these guys because this is green. So it makes me happy. I mean, this is green, so I'm happy. This one, we'll close eye. We'll close eye and manage it. We'll close eye and manage it. It's a turnaround. It's a turnaround eventually. I think if I have a bit more money, I'm currently on 143. So I would aim to have 180 by the end of this year. So that would be, let's say, as at today's price, that's going to cost me how much? 42. So if I get like 44k just to balance this, so I can get a target of 180 here. And we'll see how that plays out by the next time I'm doing this video. If you guys want to send me money to, do this, I'll be more than happy to take. But yeah. So it's not all bad. So let's talk a bit about these guys' dividends, right? So I think in the last video I mentioned like we were expecting how much in dividends at that time, 2000 something, 2,289 naira 95 kobo. So as at today, Access Bank haven't paid my dividends yet. I think it's due October 17th. So let's see. Unhide that for me real quick and unhide that for me. Okay. So I was looking through the dividends I've received so far. Hide that for me real quick. Yeah. Let's see, is it all going to fit? Let me hide this one as well. Okay, I don't need this either. Hide that. Okay, it all fits on one page now. So, where was I? Let's zoom in a bit. There we go. Okay, fantastic. So, as at today, from this, let's look at the dividends I've gained so far. So, Bua, I think I said in the last video, they gave us 5 naira 50 kobo, and I have 5 units. So, for Bua, I got 27 naira 50 kobo there, which was not bad. Now, there are some shares here that I got dividends for, but they're not in this particular portfolio, actually. So, like I mentioned, this one is just for this series that I'm trying to do, just to show you guys that you can invest and all that stuff. So I got UCAP 1,684, Cornerstone. Like I said, because I bought 4,000, they gave me how much did they give us? They gave us 16 kobo. at that time. So I got 576. It was a bad mistake because I forgot that by the time I bought my extra 10,000, the dividends wouldn't account for this period. So that one I'll be getting the money for that next year if they announce more dividends. But I got 16 kobo, which was 576. I mentioned in the last video, just like I'm showing here, your dividends are subject to withholding tax. So I've used Okomu as an example here. For Okomu, they gave us interim, which was fantastic, of 8 naira. So for my 10 units, I got 80 naira gross. Net was 72 naira because they would take 10%. The central bank takes 10% of money they didn't work for. Sorry, that's by the way. Anyway, as you start to invest more, right, you start to understand why taxes are something that annoys people, you know, like this withholding tax thing, this capital gains tax and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, AfriPrud, these two companies are or rather these three, they are part of Tony Elumelu companies. So I really like everything he does. He's very generous with dividends, all his companies. So Transcorp gave me 41 naira 40. Okomu gave me 72, like I mentioned. So total end was 2,471 naira 90 kobo. Don't forget, these guys haven't paid yet. So by the next video, I would add that. But from this particular portfolio, I only got 675 naira 50 kobo because just in this portfolio, there's Boa, Cornerstone, and Okomu, which total to 675 naira 50 kobo. Not bad. So right now, what I'm trying to think of is where to put this money, the 2,471 naira 90 kobo. Personally, I think last time I said where I was going to allocate it to, but I ended up not buying anything really between last time and now based on just, what I said last time. Let me see if I can pull it up. I think there we go. Last time I said I wanted to buy, okay, it's not going to show here, but add it later. So I said I was going to buy Access, Boa, Cornerstone, and Okomo. The only thing I ended up buying was Cornerstone. I said I was going to buy 5,000. I bought 10,000. Great. Okomo, or rather, I said I was going to buy 2,347 units of Cornerstone, but I ended up buying 10,000, which was good. The rest of them, I'm not sure. Okomo, I said I was going to buy 21. Access, I bought the rights issue. Bua, I said I was going to buy 13, but I didn't buy any. The prices of those things are a bit high right now. So as somebody that doesn't have solid income, we wait. We'll see what's will happen the next time. But yeah. This 2,471 naira 90 kobo. I'm not going to lie. I think I'll just buy, I don't know. I don't know, honestly. I'll probably just say, I'll use it to buy a burger or something just to enjoy myself a bit because with the way the current market is, it might not really do much. I might probably just, it's just round it up to 2.5 and buy something else that I'm buying again. But the whole aim is just at least, I've not worked and 2,500 naira came in and I didn't steal it. So that's the whole point of this portfolio, really, just to show that dividends can work, right? So if we do this together for the next maybe 6 months, if I'm actively buying more stuff, then who knows? Next year we might be able to earn like 5 or 10K back in dividends. So yeah. That is currently where the portfolio is, guys. Current value 242,740 naira, which is currently down 8%. But I don't think it's too bad. I think it's a fantastic place to be because most of it is green. We know what is red, and excuse me. And we will see how. We'll see how this month goes. We're expecting a bit more money in dividends from Access Bank, so that should be good. That should be fantastic. Apart from that, you guys should try and invest as well. Get something, get a stock that you're passionate about. I'm buy into it. Yeah.